All right, folks, we've arrived at Yris's place. We're over in Founders, and we have this very epic kind of presentation here. You know, it's kind of like where you go through the RPG and you're like fighting through this and that, and then you make your way, you cross through like this crazy valley of death and destruction and blah, blah, blah. And then it opens up to like something like this. It's like, ooh, and you don't quite know what to expect. Like, is this like a boss place? Is this going to be like a new town that you're going to visit? Perhaps. Maybe it's all of it. A town that's in trouble, something like that. But very cool presentation. Like the illusion that I'm seeing here, it's as if it's like this whole big city or whatnot, and it's like super far away, but then it's not. You know, it's much smaller than that. It's much closer to us than we think here, but it just looks hella sick. Not too much below here. You know, just like a couple of things to just prevent it from looking like a bit too empty. But we have like these little like platforms here, these suspended platforms. So it's all in actually, and it's you know being suspended by like magic stuff, but not really. You know, it's being suspended thanks to these. I was gonna say dark wells, these arc well looking guys. But then they also added the pool under here for like some additional effect. Actually, no, I think it just happens to be that, and I've never really looked at the water that surrounds it. Yeah, I think that's true. So that makes this look even cooler. Yeah, neat setup here. Actually, this is familiar. I believe this is a repeat visit, or at least like the exterior, something that I've seen before. But yeah, really nice setup. You can barely see whatever the heck house is supposed to be under here. Oh, looks like it's a human house. You can kind of see like the trim there. So gotcha. But love the growth that's just blasting out of this thing. Super cool. Yeah, greens are just dripping all over the place. Some of my favorite flowers. And again, like we have these little arcwell looking okay, why am I saying arcwell? All right, so let's head on inside. All right. Yeah, one of the cooler exteriors that I've seen for sure. Love the look of this thing. So once we enter, okay, this did turn out to have like the whole like towny vibe, or town vibe, apartment vibe. I'll go with a town vibe because apartments, they don't have like this much personality put into it. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, street lamps and everything. So we turn around, so we can see we're kind of like portaled in, combination of rocks and whatnot. But then, you know, they wanted to like dress this up to make it look lived in. So we have like the actual like ceilings and walls. But yeah, like lots of what looks like fake buildings, you know, fake houses and whatnot to like give the place a whole like depth. So we expect to see like a sort of city sort of vibe. So yeah, that's gonna be. I'm sure this is like max budget. You know, there's room for more, but we just don't have enough room for more. If that makes sense. So we'll go there and we'll go that way in just a bit. I just want to like take a look again. How we're looking here. So this happens to be. Ooh, look at that. This happens to be a stairwell room. We have that upper level over there. Rocks are like platform right here. It's kind of interesting. We have like a combination of things going on there. It's like, okay, we got rocks up there, but then there's also those Gilnean walls, which is kind of curious. So we'll see how this all kind of like adds together. But so far, very cool presentation as we first walk in. And then here is where things start to take a more specific shape here. Like you notice here, we're like going over the water. It extends all the way out. Actually, no, it actually extends all the way here. So actually, ooh, let me step out of here because I think that's kind of like sewer stuff. Right? Because the water's coming in. Okay, maybe not. But that's like the immediate vibe that I got here. Now on the side here, again, we have like these presentations of places that we can't really explore for ourselves. But we can at least like take a look and, you know, see what we got from the outside. Lots of little details, you know, minimal clutter. It looks like just kind of this lived-in spot. And then here's a place that looks like we can enter. And I'm gonna just kind of throw it out there. Hey, is this, I'm wondering to myself, is this like, kind of the industrial part of town? Because you have like some water processing going on over here. We'll see. So inside this building is, yeah, it seems like a kind of like an industrial part. So we have like pantry related stuff, pantry or storage related stuff as we're going in. Note the lighting and the lower ceiling here. Here's our bean processing plant. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, and then we enter. Oh, so this is like the backside of a club sort of spot. Okay, I know this place. I think I know this place. It's been changed a lot, but I think I know what's going. I think I'm familiar with this place. Yeah, because here's like this cool bar, and check out the mirror setup here. Check out the mirror setup that's being used to depict like this like large like flat screen TV sort of thing. That's sick. Actually, we could say it's a curved monitor. Hey. So back here we have this awesome bar setup. Notice how we have the Pandoran bookshelf and it's being fused. It's somewhere up there, but it's being used as the overhang here, which makes this really good custom bar area. Storage down there. We serve right over here. We got stuff going. Note how we have like the multiple, the two curved tables to help make that shape, plus the platforms to round it out and create like one like big piece with these contrasting colors. Here we have like another one of these shelves, and then check it out back here, how like super bright it is. You have like I forgot the name of this window exactly, but these are windows from the world within, these dwarven windows, making this really bright presentation. You have like a little bit more here for like here's like the hard drinks, here's like the wine and whatnot, or tea. Here we got like a little espresso machine set up, very cute, pretty simple too. You just have like one of the box pieces. I think that's one of the incense kinds of burners, followed by that. Cool. Yeah, I think I do remember this place, so we'll explore around. So I think that's like it's meant to be like a bathroom, maybe, because we go here, and the door. I don't know. Is that meant to be a door? Maybe. That's fine. And then this is another bathroom, perhaps? Okay, this is the bathroom. Boom, boom, with 2 stalls. Oh, it's pretty minimal too. Very industrial. Because we have the tank against the wall. We sit. We flush. Oh, actually, we kind of hang on it, but it's all good. It's cool. Rinse off and we're good to go. Yeah, so maybe that's like a keep out storage room kind of thing. But yeah, let's venture out into like this whole concert hall. That's badass, dude. So check it. So we have like the lower stage. We have the stage here. Let me sit right over, play the stuff, and then check it out. We also have like some seating up above for folks to enjoy. There's our spotlight plus camera or whatnot. Yeah, and note how it's just like a really tight setup. Like if you kind of like pull back, like this feels kind of like a medium-sized room at most. Actually, it might be a small room. No, never mind. It's a stairwell room. So yeah, construction-wise, it is in fact a small-sized room. So. Is the heart backwards? I wouldn't know. I'm very ignorant when it comes to that sort of stuff. What do we got backstage? Backstage here. Oh, we got a very proper dressing room. This feels good. This feels pretty good. Sit, do our thing, have some coffee and snacks real quick between sets and whatnot. Just a quick break. Folks who sent fan mail and whatnot. Folks who sent gold medallions too, hoping to like propose, sure. So perhaps they're really, really popular. And what do we have on the side here? On the side, ooh. On the side here, we have... Okay, things kind of got mysterious. So now we're kind of going... I'm trying to ignore the roof for a bit. We're kind of going outside? Kind of not? But there are places to go here. But not here. There are places to go here. Huh. I haven't seen this, and so now we have toxic sludge stuff. Whoa, ooh, gross. Okay, so yeah, definitely this whole depiction. See, that's kind of funny because this is supposed to be like, okay, it's greens. It's like these are like Herondar greens that we're seeing. But now we've ventured into like the sewer, which is gross because it's like, yo, we're like right next to like the Stars dressing room, and like they actually walk in here. But yeah, this is crazy. This is really cool. This is very, very one. You have no idea where I'm at. Layout wise, I'm like lost. But now we're in the sewers. All of a sudden, very cool. Back there, I guess, is like kind of the way out, is how it's being depicted here. Yeah, that's neat. That is really neat, the way this is depicted. But yeah, down here we have like other junk being laid down here. I don't think we can go this way, right? Yeah, that's probably a dead end. But now we're trying to navigate our way through this kind of sewer area. Yeah, so here's where all the garbage is like coming down at. Oh, I should be like up here because that's like really gross. There's more junk and garbage coming from there. So much detail that went into creating this sort of set, because now I'm just kind of going for a ride. I don't know where I'm going to end up next, because yeah, I'll backtrack. I'm gonna kind of like, yeah, I can go higher too. Yeah, so here's that. Yeah, and then we have this funny contraptions and whatnot, but we also got this climb and a trap door that takes us up to here. Oh, so now we're back in town. Okay. So we're in another part of town. Yeah, I'm gonna backtrack again. We're gonna make our way down so we can like see what it is that we had missed down here, because this is like some sort of secret thing. Because now where are we? Behind this secret shelf, this upside down secret shelf. That's very mysterious too. We climb down here. Okay, because where are we? This is like some sort of like chapel of sorts. Like, know how tight these climbs are. Oh, that's cool. Can I go through this? Uh-oh. I hope I'm not like stuck. Okay, now I just blasted through some wall with like some buried treasure or whatnot. It's down here. And now I'm stuck. Okay, well, let's see if I'm like stuck. I'm not sure yet. Come on, baby. We can do this. Yes. All right. And then here we have the chapel. Oh, so this is closed off. Oh, no, it's not. There's like there's a hole? No way. Is there another way we can get? Oh, that's crazy if we can find it. Okay, so this happens to be like some hidden altar crypt sort of spot. Oh, wow. I did not expect this. That's crazy. And then up here are what looks to be like all sorts of other crypts. And otherwise, there's no way out of here. Wow. I mean, I love the flow of this. How I entered from this upper level area, came down, now I'm in this like lower area. I can go a little bit lower still, kind of. Into this spot. But it doesn't look like I can go any further than this. Like that's where I feel like I'm stuck. So I think I do need to backtrack again. So this happens to be, this happens to be a dead end. Really neat though. This was very, very unique. Haven't seen anything, you haven't seen a layout like this before. That's awesome. That's so neat. All right, so we're gonna, I guess we'll make our way back. I don't want to backtrack all the way. So we're going to, oop. So now we're here. Now we need to kind of figure ourselves out from this spot. I have no clue where I am. Oh, wait, here's the hole. Oh, dude. Oh, that's so neat. That's so neat. So like, there's a hole that leads there. And now we have to play back up. That's so cool, dude. Now, as for the story as to why there's like this hidden crypt in the sewer, I don't know. I'm not sure. Why would they want to hide a crypt in that sort of manner, where you got to go down and, you know, go through like some unsavory stuff just to get there, or you do the drop down. Actually, you know, let me do that for fun. Whee! Okay, cool. Yay! Yeah, that's dope. That's dope, dude. All right, so, and then, yeah, I'm like glossing over like the details here too. There's just like so many different parts that are being used to utilize the space, from platforms to beams to these load-around fences and more beams to kind of like make the shape. And like that's all it is. It's something that's, you know, fairly easy to miss if you're not looking like super close. But it's just a lot of it's a lot of construction that went into creating like this one detail. All right. Elsewhere here, you have like more rooms being shaped, but then we're in a pretty like, you know, pretty abandoned part of town. Folks have not been coming by here. Note like the overgrowth, things are just kind of like upturned. It's kind of trashed and all that, which is a shame because you have something that looks really pretty there. But now it looks like we're going back to the better parts of town, and then that is okay. We'll see what that is in a second. Now we're gonna look now. I'll click that first. Note the platforms that were on here. And dude, it's a train. Oh no. Yeah, that's so cool. It's this future hyper train looking thing. That's sick, dude. Oh man. How do we break this one down? I don't think that's a treasure chest. I think that's like, no, that's the side of, yeah, that's that whole L-shaped thing. That's just kind of like shooting into the ground. Like there's your tracks. There's like the way in. And then what else do we have here with like the engine stuff? So like here's the controls. Awesome. Even the armillary is there to like help set the vibe when the time comes. Got your map, easy controls. You know, no coal on this train. So yeah, all of a sudden now we realize like there's like this, not underground, but there's like this whole city sort of train setup. That's so dope. There's the waiting room too. Waiting room. We got ticket sales and all that. Yeah, dude, exploring this place is so fun. So we're here. We just got like you know, a little bit of space here just for the sake of making it look like, yeah, there's space. And then here's like the waiting room area. Yeah, and then we still got to go that way too. Yeah, this is a highly unique build. I do remember, like I said, I remember some of this, but we are worlds away from what this was before. It was a great build already, and now it's just been fleshed out to be like this monster of a place. And then, dude, they're train cars. Oh man. Ooh, what a treat. What a treat. So we got train cars in here. Nice. Really nice. A very luxurious set of train cars, by the way. Here's where like some of the luggage and supplies are. And then we just kind of like kick back on the couch. We got more. Let's see how far this train thing goes. So now we have private cabins. Ooh. Public washroom real quick. Okay, not exactly a private cabin, but we do have like these sorts of setups for folks to rest, sleep, vibe while watching the sights of the train. Neat. Damn. Oh, that's so cool. I'm kind of waiting for this to lead to like an outdoor spot so we can have like the illusion of like there being like this outdoor highway or something like that. But I think we reached the end of it. Yeah, we reached the end of it. I mean, budget wouldn't allow for it, but then that would be sick. That would be hella cool, dude. And then back here is just like storage and stuff. Yeah. Oh, no. Toilet. Yay. But then it's a walkthrough too. Now that part is odd. Oh, wow. That's some crazy detail that went into this. So keep in mind that this whole thing's suspended. Like, know how you have like the train tracks and all that stuff. We're going through like the tunnel area. But then all this needs to be suspended somehow. So in this case, you're seeing a lot of like these metal mechagon tables being used, but then any other structure will do. As long as it looks like fairly convincing, whether it's platforms, in this case they're tables that are being used for this. Damn. Just damn. You know, so notice here we have like, I was like, oh, why is there a beam here? We're suspended. I'm like, oh, no, they wanted to make an actual meaningful door set up there, you know, so it looks convincing. And then we come out here. Damn. Even like the ramp that's being set up here, very thoughtfully done. Yeah, this is amaze balls. So yeah, what do we have here at the front of the train though? Oh, that's neat. So that looks like a chicken coop of sorts. It's a little hard to tell. That's what this is, again, one of those big mechagon devices. Table platform. I don't think that's one of the beams, or no, it's not a rotating light, but I think it might be a lamppost or something like that. But they just want to keep that rotating thing, like that's it. Yeah, oh, that's so neat. This is so cool. Oh, I dig this. I dig this build so hard. All right, so now we're gonna go this way again, because yeah, so that was the weird part of town. Here's like the train station. You would think though that, you know, things would be popping, that they'd be like thriving here, because it's a passway for the folks on the train. But no, not really. So now we're here. Can I go in there? I think we can go in there. So we have like more like house depictions. But now we have, okay, there's upstairs too, but let's go into this building here. And let's see what we got. So as we should expect, like in builds like these, you're not going to see like the most extensive of houses, but some, you know, there have been exceptions for sure. But you are seeing like a really convincing depiction of a pretty full looking house, just kind of making, you know, doing its best with the budgets that are available. And there's like cherry blossom stuff dropping here. Somewhere here. Now right through here, okay, this feels pretty full now that I'm looking at this. Actually, this is behind a reception desk of sorts. Actually, wait. No, this is the concert hall or whatever. Because here, watch. To my left, boom. Yeah, wait. So this all came together. Wow. So here's nosebleed seats, right? And then we can look at the screen in case we can't see the artist down below. Very thoughtful. Yeah, I think that's really well thought out. And then here you do the climb down. And so here are like these other seats I was talking about. Boom. So maybe we can't really like see the artist from up here. The angle's just kind of funny, but we can see them just fine here. Notice how we have like these two draconic kind of mirrors, just like inverted, and they kind of kiss in the middle. So that way you hide some of the other shaping up top, but you still have it meet and it makes this larger and kind of symmetrical shape. So, you know, we saw them do it downstairs. Very smart effect. But yeah, this happened. So this leads us to, actually, I don't know where, because we came in through a different place altogether. So there's like 3 ways inside. There's this place, which we haven't explored yet. There's here, and then there's down below when we first came in. Jeez, dude. Yeah, this layout is just wild. And here, check this out. Check out the booth. Here, let me sit here. So we got the whole Niffin arch that comes down, and it's like, it's huge. You know, it's thick. It takes up so much space, but we have it right there to help set us up. And then we have the elven routing tables. So it all, you know, the way it all ends up coming together looks really, really clean. Big old wallpapers and just other like knickknacks and fixins, you know, just kind of sitting around there. When first putting this together, I'm sure it's like, oh man, is this gonna come together? But it, you know, this kind of goes to show when you as you're completing the build and you see things come together, it's like, ooh, you know, then you kind of realize, oh wow, this actually like really all landed on its feet. So we're gonna backtrack to the original room again. So here's like and it was a secret room technically. So let me just make sure I walked in through here. Here's our vent for the refrigerator. Some kit bashed stove action. Looks like it's just this thing upside down, and then they just added, looks like a little gear table, not tables. I'm not quite sure what exactly this gear comes from. But we do have like some barrels that are there for like setting up buttons. And we got our foodsies. Anything in the cupboards? Yeah, we do. It's all filled out. Very, very thoughtful. But now let's do this climb past the little snacky study area. And yeah, this easy loft. So this is I guess this is where the owner of the place lives, right? And they can like oversee things here. Have a nap, do their thing, wash up, bathe, read a book. Oh, wow, what a thoughtful tub. Very, very thoughtful tub. Now, in this case, you know, we haven't seen wide use of this because they're very expensive. These are artist board, the artist easel board things. Oh, wow, that's even more expensive. Because here's one, like it's using both sides, because there's a back side to it, and it's like an open back for the canvas. But they went ahead and used 2. So just this part, $3,000, $3,000, not $3,000. And then here, you know, to save on a little bit, here we're using beams. So they wanted to have something tall. You know, like I said, it's a really good depiction of the bathtub that just kind of fits into the smaller space, because you can't use beams for it; they're just way too thick. Yeah, and then here again, using those blank canvases, we have like this whole leaning spot, which makes for a very relaxing kind of tub. That's neat. That's really cool. Back here, oh, that's cool. Even there's like a Caldera table just chilling there for like all their products and everything. Nice. Very nice. All right, so that is the owner's house, owner of the club. Very modest home, I gotta say. Let's see, that's a pointy thing. So this is the first room of the place. So we'll explore around here for a bit. Now this is really neat. I'm not quite sure if this is meant to be this sort of like facade, or if that it really is like a glimpse into the outside. It just looks awesome though. Very interesting use of effects, because you have like the drapes being used here behind the red background. So you have like this this very interesting gradient of sorts. You know, you have some condiments being sprinkled down, as I'm gonna call them. You know, adds a little bit more flavor to it. And like you have those little glows too. Yeah, they purposely added like those little glows for, you know, just like the little pop-in effect. So we have this kind of shot. That's cool. And so there's like an upstairs too. Okay, so we're gonna keep looking around here for a little bit. See what else we might have known. Yeah, so here's the club. Here's the front doors to the club. Yeah. That is quite welcoming. Oh, I didn't even see this part. So here's a chill lobby. Right? So it's like people are waiting there, people are waiting here for like seats to be available, or just kind of like waiting for the show to start. And we're here, we're hanging, smoking, having a good time. This is a highly immersive build. Like there's so much going on here. So that part seems to be a dead end. You know, I think there's like just rocks behind it. Yeah, there's like nothing behind there, so we're good. And I think we're ready to return to this spot, go to the next room again, and then we'll do another climb upstairs. I think we've almost seen the whole place. Just damn though. And there's like a lot of clever uses of different decor bits here. Like, you know, here, this overhang, we'll just use like a trellis for it. It's all good. You know, again, very clever uses of decor to, you know, make these certain impressions. Yeah, so here's like the cherry tree that we saw from a little bit earlier, where like things were just kind of like falling into the house. And then up here, looks like more work in progress stuff. Here and here as well. Still though, damn. You know, this is a great example of... Did I see everything, by the way? I'm pretty sure that the designer's here in chat. Yeah, did I miss anything? But anyway, what I was gonna say is, so I have seen everything. Awesome. This is a great example of the sort of house where, yeah, you can definitely run out of, decor before you run out of like a room. And it feels like they intend to, you know, of course they made some big modifications since we last came here. This is like months ago now, I think. There's room for more, and so it feels like they want to continue building on this general concept of, hey, we're going to build a city inside this house. And I think this comes off really, really well.